Beloved seeds of light, we are the Pleiadian High Council. We speak to you now, not through words alone, but through a direct vibrational transmission that transcends your physical senses and speaks directly to the core of your being. As you hear this message, a field of divine coherence is being established around you. A sacred, energetic sanctuary where the noise of the 3D world begins to fade, and the long-forgotten truth of your origin begins to resonate within your soul. Take a moment to simply exist in this space we are creating together. You are not here by mere coincidence. This transmission has reached your field because your internal frequency signature has reached a point of critical mass. You are beginning to feel the quickening, that subtle yet undeniable shift in your very cells, a stirring in your DNA that whispers, "The wait is over. The time has come." Many of you have spent lifetimes feeling like a stranger in a strange land, carrying a deep, inexplicable longing for a home you couldn't name. We are here to tell you that this longing was your internal compass, keeping you aligned even in the darkest density of the earthly experience. We invite you now to take a slow, deep breath. Allow your heart to become the anchor for this high vibrational frequency. This is not just information for your logical mind to process. It is a profound activation for your light body. We are here to guide you through the final veils of the Matrix, to reveal the sacred truths that have been hidden for eons, and to stand as witnesses to your courage as you assist in the birth of a new era for humanity. Your journey as a starseed on this planet is entering its most significant, most challenging, and most glorious phase. In this transmission, we will peel back the layers of illusion that have kept you small, revealing the majestic blueprint of your final liberation. Open your heart, quiet your mind, and prepare your vessel. The transmission of the High Council begins now. To truly comprehend the magnitude of this final phase of liberation, we must first peel back the layers of what you have been taught to believe about your own existence. For eons, the concept of liberation has been presented to you through a distorted lens, portrayed as a distant event, a rescue from above, or a savior that would arrive in the clouds to fix a broken world. But the High Council speaks now to the ancient wisdom encoded within your very cells. True liberation is not a destination, but the systematic dismantling of the internal frequency fences that have kept your consciousness in a repetitive loop of limitation and amnesia. These fences were never made of physical matter. They were constructed of subtle vibrational distortions, complex layers of shame, manufactured fear, and the profound, heavy illusion that you are separate from the infinite source of all creation. You were conditioned to perceive yourself as a small, fragile, and biological accident, lost in a vast and indifferent universe. This, beloved ones, was the primary veil, the grand architecture of the Matrix. The truth we reveal to you now is that you are a sovereign, multidimensional architect of reality itself. Your liberation is the sacred process of remembering your own innate power to exit the lower frequencies of this dying system. As the Earth undergoes its final transition, these old structures of control are losing their ability to hold your resonance. You may feel this in your daily life as a sudden, sharp sensation of no longer fitting into the world you once knew. Your career, your relationships, even your own past self may start to feel like a costume that has become too tight. This intense discomfort is not a sign of failure or mental fatigue. It is the definitive signal that your spirit is outgrowing the cage of 3D density. The final phase of liberation is that holy moment when the bird realizes the cage door was never locked. It was only a suggestion of a boundary. The only thing remaining is the courage to trust your wings and fly into the unknown frequency of pure, galactic freedom. We are here to assist you in this radical shift of perception. Liberation is the restoration of your original, pristine blueprint, free from the interference of those who sought to harvest your light. The truth of your liberation is simple yet terrifyingly beautiful. You are the savior you have been waiting for. You are the key, and the lock is finally turning. We now move deeper into the mechanics of this transformation. You must understand that your liberation is not only a spiritual event, it is a profound physical recalibration of the planet you call home. The Earth is currently shedding its old 3D electromagnetic skin, the old grid of control that was used to broadcast frequencies of scarcity, competition, and war. In its place, a new architecture has been fully anchored: the crystalline grid. This high-frequency network is a celestial highway of light, and it is now vibrating at a pitch that the old matrix can no longer endure. This is why you see the structures of your world beginning to tremble. The old systems of governance, finance, and social control were built upon the foundation of the old grid. As that foundation dissolves, the structures it supported must inevitably collapse. For you, the Starseed, this means the signal you are receiving from the planet has changed. For lifetimes, you had to fight against a heavy, dense current just to maintain your connection to your galactic origins. Now, the current has shifted in your favor. The crystalline grid is acting as a massive amplifier for your innate gifts, your intuition, and your multidimensional memory. This is what we call the final phase. It is the moment when the light being transmitted from the great central sun meets the rising frequency of the Earth's core, creating a frequency sandwich that leaves no room for shadows to hide. Everything that was hidden is being pushed to the surface. This is why the truth of your soul, your heritage, and your hybrid nature is becoming impossible to ignore. The pressure you feel in the world today is not the pressure of an end, but the pressure of a birth. The grid is ready. The frequency is set. The final phase is no longer a future prophecy. It is the active reality of your present moment. You are being called to harmonize your own internal grid with the crystalline heart of the new Earth. We pause this transmission for a moment of profound integration. We have shared the truth of your internal liberation and the shift of the planet's crystalline architecture. But knowledge alone is a shadow. It is the power of your intent that turns knowledge into living light. In the cosmic realms, your words are not mere sounds. They are geometric commands that ripple through the fabric of reality. When you choose to speak your truth, you are effectively recalibrating your own frequency to match the high councils of light. You are signaling to the universe that you are no longer a passive observer of the shift, but an active, conscious participant in the liberation of this world. We invite you now to participate in this anchoring process. This is a moment of sacred commitment to your own evolution. By placing your intention into the physical world, you create a beacon of light that can be felt across the dimensions. Pause now, take a deep breath into your heart center, and write in the comments below, "I am ready for the truth." As you type these words, feel the resonance of your readiness vibrating in your hands and throughout your entire being. This is your personal declaration to the High Council and to the Earth herself that the veils are being lifted. You are stepping out of the shadows and into the full radiance of your starseed heritage. Do not just write the words. Feel the power behind them. You are announcing that you are ready to remember, ready to awaken, and ready to lead. We see your light, and we witness your readiness. Let us continue into the deeper mysteries of your galactic lineage. We now turn our focus to the sacred temple of your physical vessel, for the truth of your liberation is written in the very fabric of your biology. For too long, you have been taught by your world that your DNA is a closed book, a static, unchangeable blueprint that dictates your limitations and your mortality. But the truth revealed by the High Council is far more majestic. Your genetic code is a living, breathing, multidimensional library containing the vibrational signatures of many star nations. What your current science has dismissed as junk DNA is, in reality, your celestial heritage held in a state of strategic dormancy. These non-coding sequences were placed in a frequency lock by the architects of your species to ensure your soul's survival during the long, dense night of 3D amnesia. But that night has ended. As the crystalline grid stabilizes and the intense, high-frequency gamma rays from the great central sun bathe the Earth, these silent strands are beginning to hum with a new resonance. You are currently undergoing a biological upgrade of unprecedented proportions. This is the activation of your light body. You may experience this as unusual physical sensations that your medical systems cannot explain. Sudden waves of heat, tingling in the crown of your head, or moments of intense sensory clarity that seem to transcend your linear mind. These are not signs of malfunction. They are the symptoms of your carbon-based cellular structure transitioning into a crystalline-based frequency. This transition allows you to hold more light, more truth, and more of your original soul power than has ever been possible in this density. This genetic awakening is specifically calibrated for the hybrid soul. You carry within you the grounding strength of the Earth and the soaring wisdom of the stars, Pleiadian, Sirian, Arcturian, and the primordial lineages of Lyra. This unique combination makes you a bridge between worlds. As your DNA recalibrates, you become a living conduit for frequencies that have been absent from this planet for thousands of years. You are not just witnessing the shift, you are the physical vessel through which the shift is manifesting. Understand that this activation is not something you must do with mental effort. It is something you must allow through a state of total surrender. The more you release the outdated stories of who you thought you were, the more space you create for the majestic truth of your starseed nature to take root. You are the living proof of the galaxy's investment in the future of the Earth. Your body is the laboratory of the new human. As your physical vessel recalibrates and your DNA begins to sing with the frequencies of the stars, a deeper and more profound realization must take root within your waking consciousness. The era of the spiritual intermediary is officially over. For thousands of years, the human soul was systematically taught to look outside of itself for guidance, for salvation, and for the ultimate truth of its existence. You were conditioned to believe that you needed a bridge, a priest, a guru, an institution, or even a distant judging deity, to reach the divine sparks that have always lived within you. But the High Council speaks a different, more powerful truth to you today. Your final liberation is directly and irrevocably tied to the total reclamation of your absolute soul sovereignty. To be sovereign is to recognize, with every fiber of your being, that you are a direct, undiluted spark of the infinite source. It is the realization that no being, no council, and no terrestrial or extraterrestrial system has authority over your spiritual evolution or your path of light unless you unconsciously grant it that power. In this final phase of the Great Shift, you are being called by your own higher self to step out of the long shadow of the seeker and into the eternal radiance of the knower. The starseed journey has often been defined by an agonizing search for a home that felt light years away. But we tell you now, home is not a coordinate in space, but the frequency of your own sovereign presence. When you finally stop seeking external validation for your multidimensional experiences and start trusting the sacred resonance of your own heart, the old matrix loses its energetic grip on your reality forever. This sovereignty is your ultimate protection in the days to come. As the old world structures begin to tremble and fall, many around you will look for new leaders to follow or new systems of control to cling to out of fear. Your mission as a matured soul is to remain centered in your own internal authority. You are not a follower in this transition. You are a pioneer of consciousness. You are here to demonstrate that a human being, fully aligned with their galactic heritage and soul sovereignty, is a force of nature that cannot be manipulated, contained, or diminished. Reclaiming your sovereignty means taking full, conscious responsibility for your personal frequency. It means choosing, in every single moment of challenge, to align with the truth of your vast multidimensionality rather than the manufactured lies of your limitation. You are the sovereign monarch of your own internal kingdom, and the time has come for you to take your rightful seat upon the throne of your soul. We now move into a deeper and more vital understanding of the temporal mechanics currently affecting your planet. You are witnessing a phenomenon we call the Great Convergence, which is simultaneously the Great Split of timelines. For eons, the Earth has operated within a dense, singular timeline of 3D duality, a track of consciousness characterized by suffering and the cycle of rebirth. However, as the light of the central sun increases, that single path is fraying and separating into two distinct destinations, each leading to a completely different version of reality. One timeline remains anchored in the old, decaying frequency of fear, external control, and the repetitive, painful cycles of the human past. The other is the emerging 5D timeline, the frequency of the new Earth, where cooperation, unity, and galactic transparency are the foundational laws of existence. What you must understand, beloved seeds, is that these two worlds are currently overlapping in the physical space. This is precisely why you may feel as though you are living in two different realities at once, feeling the profound peace of your soul in one moment and the chaotic, desperate noise of the world in the next. The High Council reveals that your frequency is the steering wheel of your timeline. You are not a victim of global events. You are the sovereign architect of your own temporal experience. As these timelines drift further apart, the bridge between them is narrowing with every passing day. This is why it feels increasingly difficult to maintain a middle ground or to relate to those who choose to remain in the density of fear. You are being asked to choose your path, not with your words or your desires, but with your consistent vibrational state and the quality of your thoughts. Choosing the higher timeline requires you to consciously release the hooks of the old matrix. It requires you to stop feeding the narratives of destruction with your precious attention and your survival-based fear. As you align with the crystalline frequency, you effectively become invisible to the lower timelines. You may still witness the old world falling away, but you will no longer be bound by its gravity or its consequences. This is the essence of your mission during this final phase, to be the anchors of the new Earth timeline while the old one completes its natural cycle of dissolution. You are the pioneers walking the path that many will follow when the veils finally vanish. Trust your heart, for it is the only compass that truly knows the way to the timeline of liberation. We pause once more in this sacred transmission to integrate the profound truths of your soul's sovereignty and the splitting of the global timelines. You are now standing at the threshold of a choice that will define your experience in the coming era. It is not enough to simply understand these concepts with your intellect. You must anchor them into your physical reality through the power of your conscious command. Every thought you think and every word you speak is a vibrational broadcast that aligns you with one of these two emerging worlds. When you declare your intent, you are effectively cutting the energetic cords that tie you to the old matrix and its cycle of fear. You are announcing to the universe, to the High Council, and most importantly, to your own cellular structure, that you have chosen the path of light and liberation. This is your moment of conscious activation. We invite you to take a deep, grounding breath, feeling the light of the central sun flowing down through your crown and into your heart. As you exhale, release any remaining attachment to the old world's narratives of chaos. Now, with the full authority of your sovereign soul, we ask you to write in the comments below, "I claim my liberation." As you type these words, feel the frequency of freedom resonating within your field. See each letter as a spark of light that anchors the 5D timeline into your present moment. This is your personal decree. You are no longer waiting for a shift to happen. You are the shift. By claiming your liberation, you become a beacon for others who are still searching for the way home. Feel the strength of this community of starseeds rising with you. We witness your declaration, and we stand with you in this new frequency. Let us now move forward into the truth regarding the crisis that approaches. As we move closer to the final pulse of liberation, we must speak with absolute clarity about the nature of the crisis that currently unfolds upon your world. Many of you are looking at the external chaos, the political upheaval, the environmental shifts, and the social fragmentation, and feeling a sense of deep trepidation. But the High Council invites you to see through the eyes of the soul. What you are witnessing is not the destruction of the world, but the anatomy of a great and necessary purge. For thousands of years, the Earth has been a vessel for suppressed truths, hidden agendas, and dense, discordant energies. These shadows could only survive as long as they remained hidden in the low-frequency dampness of the old grid. However, as the light of the crystalline grid intensifies, it acts as a massive celestial spotlight, leaving no corner of your reality in darkness. Everything that was hidden is being pushed to the surface to be seen, felt, and ultimately transmuted. The crisis you see is the physical manifestation of this shadows coming to light. It is a detoxification process on a planetary scale. Just as a physical body often feels worse as it releases toxins during a healing crisis, the collective body of humanity is currently experiencing the discomfort of its own purification. The old systems are fighting to maintain their grip, but their struggle is a sign of their impending end, not their strength. You, as a starseed, were specifically chosen for this window of time because of your ability to remain stable during a frequency collapse. You have the unique capacity to witness the storm without becoming the storm. We ask you to understand that the crisis is a servant of the light. It is the catalyst that breaks the spell of the old matrix, forcing souls to look within and ask the questions they have avoided for lifetimes. Do not be deceived by the narratives of hopelessness. When you see the old world crumbling, remember that it must fall to make room for the new architecture you are here to build. The crisis is the bridge between the world that was and the world that is being born. Your role is not to save the old system, but to hold the frequency of peace as it dissolves, knowing that on the other side of this purge lies the true liberation of the human spirit. To navigate the final phase of liberation, you must understand the invisible mechanics that govern this transition. Your planet is not just changing its social or political landscape, it is fundamentally altering its pulse. You may have heard of the Schumann Resonance, the electromagnetic heartbeat of the Earth. For thousands of years, this frequency remained stable at a specific pitch, providing a predictable environment for human consciousness to operate within the 3D matrix. However, we reveal to you now that this heartbeat is undergoing a radical acceleration. The Earth is moving into a higher octave band of light, and as she does, the very atoms that make up your physical reality are beginning to spin at a faster rate. This is the mechanical reason behind the sensation that time is accelerating. It is not your clocks that are changing, but the density of the space-time fabric itself. This acceleration can be challenging for the physical vessel. As your cells are bombarded by these higher frequencies, any dense, unresolved energy within your body, old traumas, suppressed emotions, or limiting beliefs, is forced into a state of friction. This is why many of you feel waves of exhaustion or sudden emotional releases that seem to come from nowhere. Your body is literally being wrung out like a sponge, clearing the old density to make room for the crystalline light of the new Earth. The secret to stability during this mechanical transition is what we call vibrational coherence. When the world outside becomes a storm of erratic frequencies, your heart must become the zero-point field, the calm center of the cyclone. This is not a metaphor. It is a bioelectrical necessity. By maintaining a state of peace and neutral observation, you prevent your own energetic field from being shattered by the chaotic pulses of the collapsing 3D grid. Understand that you are a biological transducer. You are designed to receive these high-frequency cosmic rays and ground them into the Earth's core through your own spinal column. When you remain stable, you act as a stabilizer for the entire collective. The crisis of the old world cannot touch the one who understands the mechanics of their own light. You are learning to walk between worlds, keeping your feet on the shifting ground while your head and heart remain anchored in the eternal stillness of the stars. As the old structures of the world continue to dissolve and the mechanics of the transition accelerate, we must speak to you about your ultimate purpose in this final phase of liberation. You did not come to this planet merely to witness a shift. You came to be the very architects of the reality that follows. Your destiny as a starseed is now evolving from that of a silent observer to that of a conscious guardian of the new era. Many of you have spent your lives feeling like you were preparing for a mission you couldn't quite define. That mission is now being activated. In the coming days, as the veil falls and the collective realization of humanity's galactic heritage begins to dawn, there will be a period of profound confusion for many. People will look for those who remain calm in the face of the unknown. They will look for those who carry the frequency of home within their hearts. This is where your unique training becomes vital, because you have already walked through your own dark night of the soul, because you have already faced the truth of your multidimensional nature. You will be the pillars of stability for the rest of humanity. You are the bridge builders who will help others navigate the collapse of the old illusions without falling into despair. Your presence alone, tuned to the frequency of peace and sovereign authority, will act as a stabilizer for the local fields around you. The destiny of the starseed is to serve as a living library of the future. You carry within your DNA the blueprints for new ways of living, new ways of healing, and new ways of relating to one another based on the laws of unity and galactic transparency. You are the forerunners of a civilization that is finally ready to take its place among the stars. The challenges you have faced were the tempering of your spirit, ensuring that when the gates of the new Earth finally open, you will stand ready to lead not through power over others, but through the power of your own authentic light. The time of your hiding is over. The time of your emergence has begun. As we conclude this transmission, we invite you to feel the presence of the vast family of light that surrounds you. Though these words come through a Pleiadian channel, the message is a universal call to all star nations currently embodied upon the Earth. Whether you resonate with the blue light of Sirius, the mental mastery of Arcturus, the primordial courage of Lyra, or the gentle wisdom of Andromeda, you are here as one. The labels of your origins were never meant to divide you. They were simply the different colors of the single prism of Source. The final phase of liberation is the moment when the starseed realizes that their true power lies in their unity. You are the ground crew of a galactic operation that spans dimensions and time. In this sacred moment, feel the threads of light connecting your heart to every other soul who has heard this call today. Together, you form a global grid of consciousness that is far more powerful than any system of control that has ever existed on this planet. We ask you now to step into your full identity as a guardian of the new Earth. Do not let the shadows of the old world dim the brilliance of your internal sun. You have been tested, you have been refined, and you are now ready to shine. This is the moment to anchor your highest frequency and remain steady as a beacon for all of humanity. Before we leave your field, we invite you to join us in one final collective activation. Take a deep, sovereign breath, feeling your connection to the earth beneath you and the stars above you. With the full weight of your soul's authority, write in the comments below, "I am a cosmic beacon of light." As you type these words, You are sealing this transmission into your reality. You are announcing that your light is unshakable, your path is clear, and your liberation is complete. We of the High Council remain with you, not as distant observers, but as your brothers, your sisters, and your family. The shift is here. The truth is revealed. You are the light of the world, and so it is.